Priyanka Tibrewal, you're trying to politicize the issue. That's what's the charge where the TMC comes into question.
No, not at all. First of all, I congratulate Riju Dutta because it's a resounding defeat for them, but a win in democracy for people. Now you see, the only reason why we were crying that central forces should be here is not to win or lose elections. Central forces will not help anyone win or will not help anyone lose. But it will definitely help that people will not be killed as they were killed in the last elections, which the TMC won and they came as government. Thereafter also 25 people died. So that was the only reason. Now see, he's saying that central forces don't make any difference to us because as it is, there won't be much difference in the result. Why? Because they know how they will win the elections with their only strategy to rig votes. Another thing which he was just saying that, central forces will not make a difference to us, and you see that 55,000 nominations were filed by the BJP and the oppositions in between the Navo Johar going on. Now see, this was the strategy. They had made this strategy that they will allow people to file nominations, although TMC had requested the gundas also to allow people, but some gundas are not within their control, and that is why in some pockets which you just mentioned that there was violence because they were not within the control of Abhishek Banerjee, either Mamata Banerjee. So people were killed, and up till now 9 people have already been killed in Bengal. Now comes the result. Before the elections will be contested, they already know how they will be contesting the elections. Out of the 55,000 nominations which have been filed by the opposition BJP here, they have started going to the houses of people and they have asked them to withdraw the nomination, and police is assisting them in that. Today a local channel in West Bengal, a state channel, they have shown how the police was forcing the CPM candidates to withdraw their nomination. Leave apart the TMC goon, the rest of the work for them, the police is doing here on the ground. So this is the way in democracy they want to contest elections.
Riju Dutta, would you want to come in?
Yes, absolutely. So TMC is going to rig the votes. The police is doing what the TMC is saying. Central forces will not make a difference because we are rigging the votes anyways. Bottom line is, there is a saying, Nach na jane angan teda. For the last 3 terms, when in 2021 Vidhan Sabha, there was central forces deployed, huge number of central forces, 8-phase election in peak COVID. What was the result? See, if you are...
The result was that after the central forces left...
Ma'am, let's go one by one. Ms. Tibrewal, let's go one by one. Make your point, Riju Dutta.
Thank you. So the bottom line is, if you are politically bankrupt, you want to stay relevant in social media, in news channels and on headlines, but you have no base, then you make excuses like this. It is not Trinamool who is voting for Trinamool. It is the people of Bengal who decide my fate or Priyanka's fate, or our party's fate. So as long as the people are voting for us, as long as the people of Bengal think that we are the best choice, you bring central forces, KGB, MI6, you do all this halla bulla and circus on national television. It is immaterial.
But Riju Dutta, the circus is your own doing, no? You oppose the High Court order. The Supreme Court has validated the High Court order. The Supreme Court has told you what's your problem if you want free and fair polls in West Bengal.
I think
polls are not an excuse for violence.
I am not going to make a comment on the court, but I think that day is also not far away in Bengal when the opposition will go to the court and say that we are not finding candidates. Pass an order where Trinamool Congress will find candidates for us. It is going down that line.
This is the strategy which Trinamool will follow. They will intimidate people to that extent that they will not find candidates.
Okay, 1 second. Priyanka,
see, I don't want to sound like a cheap conspiracy theorist. I believe, and this is my message to the BJP and the opposition.
You don't need to sound, you already are, Mr. Dutta.
Go down to the people, get their vote, get their blessings. You will be in power. Why blame central force, police, West Bengal state, Mamata Banerjee, everybody?
Priyanka Tibrewal, central forces, 1 second, madam, let's not heckle each other. Let's not heckle each other, it leads to nothing. But
Priyanka Tibrewal said that we have no base on the ground. So why is it that Trinamool is having to do all this Navo Johar and everything? When we have no base, when we have not reached the ground, we have nothing on the grassroots. See, BJP had only 2 MLAs. And thereafter, we got 77. Now, this is enough, to shatter their confidence. That is why, how many of their ministers are in jail, tell me? If they had done so much of work in the grassroots, Mamata Banerjee used to say that, Unnayan has reached the doors of people. Then what is the need of Navo Johar? when you have done so much of Unnayan, it is because in the name of Unnayan, you have done nothing for people. You have eaten the 100-day work of people. You have eaten that money. There is corruption till the grassroots, each and everywhere. Syndicate, cut money, your minister sitting in jail, and Mr. Dutta talking of cheapness and glory.
Away from the political rhetoric, ma'am. Now that the central forces are there, come the 8th of July, when the single-phase election actually takes place, would you be happy with the results? Because then it would have happened as per what the BJP wanted.
Madam, again I will tell you that our demand for central forces was not to win or lose election, because once again I will repeat, central forces don't make you win or lose elections, but it will ensure that the people with confidence can at least go out and vote if they are allowed to. If they are allowed to, because central forces, when deployed in West Bengal, they will be given their postings by the state government, and the state governments don't use them in the area where there is a lot of violence, but at least people will have that confidence that they can move out of their houses, because police, as I told you, is forcing them to pull out their nominations, to get back their nominations.
Come the 8th of July, once the last vote is cast during panchayat polls, will the BJP say that this has been a free and fair election?
If people are allowed to vote, I will repeat myself, if people are allowed to give their own votes, if they are allowed to move out of their houses, if on a daily basis intimidation is not given to candidates to withdraw their nomination up till now, which is being done, and if candidates are not kidnapped from their houses, then of course there will be a fair voting. But chances of that are 0.0% in West Bengal, and the presence of central forces will at least ensure that people are not killed.
All right, okay. But you know, you can't have it both ways, Priyanka Tibrewal. If the need for central forces was to make sure there are free and fair elections, if that is happening right now, then you can't turn around and say that's not a possibility as well.
Ma'am, your media and cameras will show what clean and fair elections are taking place in West Bengal. Because, as I told you, Trinamool is full of violence. Then basic nature is of
it
violence.
cuts both ways, madam. It cuts both. Riju Dutta wants to come in for a rebuttal. Go ahead, Riju Dutta, then I'll cut across to Jayanto Ghoshal. Go ahead.
My only request to the central forces will be that last time you came here, you gunned down 4 of our karyakartas in Shital Kuchi in Cooch Behar. So don't be trigger happy. Ensure a free and fair election. And I'm saying this on record on India Today, that if the people of Bengal, if BJP thinks that even after a free and fair election with central forces and everything, that they will get the mandate of people of Bengal, they are living in fool's paradise.